क्षेत्रज्ञयोर एवं
क्षेत्रज्ञयोरेवम्
अंतरम ज्ञान चक्षुषा
अन्तरं ज्ञानचक्षुषा
भूत प्रकृति मोक्षम च
भूतप्रकृतिमोक्षं च
ये विदुर्यान्ति ते परम.
ये विधुर्यान्ति ते परम्.
Yeah, word to word meaning and translation by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki
जय.
jai. Kshetra
क्षेत्र
of the body,
of the body,
kshetrajnayoh
क्षेत्रज्ञयोर
of the proprietor of the body,
of the proprietor of the body,
evam
evam
thus,
does,
antaram
antaram
the difference,
the difference,
jnana chakshusha
jnana chakshusha
by the vision of knowledge,
by the vision of knowledge,
bhuta
bhuta
of the living entity,
of the living entity,
prakriti
prakriti
from the material nature,
from the material nature,
moksham
moksham
the liberation,
the liberation,
cha
cha
also,
also,
ye
ye
those who,
those who,
viduhu
viduhu
know,
know,
yanti
yanti
approach,
approach,
te
te
they
they
param
param
the supreme.
the supreme.
Translation: those who see with the eyes of knowledge
Those who see with the eyes of knowledge
the difference between the body and the knower of the body,
the difference between the body and the knower of the body,
and can also understand the process of liberation
and can also understand the process of liberation
from bondage in material nature,
from bondage in material nature,
attain to the supreme goal.
attain to the supreme goal.
So, what is, in this verse, Lord is telling that one has to know the difference between the body and the knower of the body, that is soul and the material body. So what are the differences? The differences are like, one is chetana, the soul, and the body is achetana, that is sentient and insentient. And one is nirguna, soul, that is attributeless, and material body is attributed, that is saguna. And the soul is nirvikara, that is formless, whereas uh, this material body is with form. And the important point is soul is satyam and material body is mithya. That is, soul is eternal and material body is temporal. Now, to understand this principle, actually, now suppose there is a in a theater, there is a movie being projected on the screen. Now, the characters of the movie, characters of the movie are, dependent on the screen, for their existence. Is it not? So, means their existence is actually borrowed existence. So, if screen is not there, you cannot play that movie. So, that existence will go. So, it is a borrowed existence. Whereas that of screen was there before the movie was played, and screen is there when the movie is being played, and screen will be there after movie has stopped. So screen has got the intrinsic existence, whereas the characters of the movie which is projected on the screen, it has got it's a borrowed existence. So same thing like in the material world, the material world which has been projected on us, actually on me, for example, you say on my soul, that all the material things which are projected, it has got a what is called borrowed existence. It has no existence of its own. Whereas soul has got an intrinsic existence. When soul is not there, you cannot understand the object. So that existence is totally lost. So that existence is there as long as soul is there. So that is the borrowed existence and intrinsic existence difference. To understand the difference between the actually body and the soul and the material body, that is one understanding. So we'll see what Prabhupada says in the purport. The purport of this 13th chapter is that one should know the distinction between the body and the owner of the body and the super soul. One should recognize the process of liberation as described in the verses 8 through 12. Then one can go on to the supreme destination. A faithful person should at first have some good association to hear of God and thus gradually become enlightened. If one accepts a spiritual master, one can learn to distinguish between matter and spirit, and that becomes the stepping stone for further spiritual realization. A spiritual master, by various instructions, teaches its students to get free from the material concept of life. For instance, in Bhagavad Gita, we find Krishna instructing Arjuna to free him from the materialistic considerations. One can understand that this body is matter. It can be analyzed with its 24 elements. The body is the gross manifestation, and the subtle manifestation is the mind and psychological effects. And the symptoms of life are the interaction of these features. But over and above this, there is the soul, and there is also the super soul. The soul and the super soul are two. This material world is working by the conjunction of the soul and the 24 material elements. One who can see the constitution of the whole material manifestation as this combination of the soul and material elements can also see the situation of the supreme soul becomes eligible for transfer to the spiritual world. These things are meant for contemplation and for realization. And one should have a complete understanding of this chapter with the help of the spiritual master. So Prabhupada, particularly in the last paragraph, he says, these things are meant for contemplation and realization. So means one should understand this with the Jnana Chakshu. It is told in the Sloka also, Lord says, that is with the vision of knowledge. So particularly last para, particularly we can understand this with one example. Suppose there is a painter, and painter has been given three colors, that is red, blue, and yellow. As you know, this red, blue, and yellow, it forms the basis for all types of colors. So all different colors can be made with these three colors, that is red, blue, and yellow. Now, suppose we consider red to be Rajoguna, that is a mode of passion, and blue to be Tamoguna, to be mode of ignorance, and yellow to be Satoguna, to be mode of goodness. And if this painter draws one picture, very beautiful picture, so there is a garden, and inside a garden there is a temple. So this picture is drawn by this painter with these three colors. Now our what we call Satoguna is awake when we see that picture. Is it a temple and nice serene environment with garden? So with the same three colors, this painter draws another picture with palatial house, like with swimming pool with all modern amenities. Now after seeing that, our Rajoguna is awake, and with the same three colors, the same painter draws another picture with which is an indecent picture that provokes our lusty desire. So it awakens our tamoguna. So the same way, like the painter, Maya actually presents us this material world with these three gunas, with three colors, like three gunas, with Rajoguna, Tamoguna, and Satoguna. So a person like with Jnana Chakshu, with the vision of knowledge, will clearly understand this what we call this trick of the Maya, that this is a trap made by the Maya to entangle us into this material world. So you will be indifferent to this these three modes with three colors, with three gunas actually. So you'll be totally indifferent. Just like Lord says to Arjuna, Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavatma, Nirdvandva Nitya Sattvastha, Niryoga So Arjuna, Lord says to Arjuna that one has to be you call transcendental to these three modes. One has to rise above these three modes and uh, be free from dualities of life and free from all anxieties due to gain and safety and be established in the self. So that's what Lord says, Arjuna. So a person with Jnana Chakshu who is under the guidance of spiritual master will clearly will be able to understand actually these three modes with the vision of knowledge. And Prabhupada also says one has to be fixed in Nitya Dharma, particularly, uh, particularly in order to progress in the spiritual path. That is the Nitya Dharma, as Prabhupada explains, that uh, understanding and knowing, uh, understanding and acting on the platform of your eternal identity as eternal soul. So, what is your eternal identity and what is your duty as an eternal soul with Supreme Lord? So that is also called, abhideya. So from when you get the sambandha gyan, the abhideya, that is doing your action. Once you understand that sambandha gyan with the Lord and doing your necessary actions and being in nitya dharma, that is abhideya, under the guidance of spiritual master. And Prabhupada says that after sambandha gyana, abhideya, and then prayojan, that is the ultimate goal of the life. That's what Lord also says in this verse, Yanti ye vidur yanti te param. You can attain to the supreme goal. So this is the essence of the sloka. This one, after knowing the difference between the body and the knower of the body, what is necessary action that you have to do, and be established in that action and under the guidance of spiritual master, and one can attain the supreme. So that is the essence of this sloka.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to join our classes every day, please check the details in the description section of this video. We look forward to serving you.